Hello and welcome to Rev Sports India versus Australia, first T20I. And will it be a different start for India versus the ODI series? A new format, a new start for India on Australian soil. Fans are excited, as you can see. Shubhayan has sent us all the visuals. We will also get him soon, and see what the atmosphere is like in Canberra and how excited the fans are. Joining me today is Shomik Chakravarti, Bharat Ramraj, and Boria Mujumdar. Boria, starting with you. Sky as captain returns. Gautam Gambhir. There was this one picture shared by BCCI, and I'm not sure if you've seen it, but Gautam Gambhir and Surya Kumar Yadav having a hearty laugh with each other, and that's not a sight you see very often with Gautam Gambhir. Trust Surya Kumar
With,
Yadav to do it.
with Surya, it's common. With Gotham, it's
Yeah.
very uncommon. Gotham and Smiles they are not the best bedfellows. Though recently I've seen Gotham smile a lot more. But you can see the fan and intensity and all of that in Canberra. The best thing is no rain. There was prediction of some rain earlier on in the day. It's not happening. Shubhayan reports that there is no problem with the game and no rain. But this series, Gargi, is far more important than the ODI series for me. This is actually the series that will give us a bit of a blueprint, understanding as to what the World Cup planning will be like. So, all of those questions, can Nitish Reddy, Washington Sundar, these people have a future in the World Cup team, for example? Sanju Samson is number 5, the settled spot. Shivam Dubey, who's a important player now. What about the spinners? Bumrah back. Will Harshit Rana get a longish run in this? So, a lot of questions you will have the answers. And Australia is a gun T20 team, whoever plays. So, all said and done, I think this will be quite a cracker of a series.
Shomik, what about you? We spoke about the ODI series and we said that it was, a virtually an inconsequential series, but this one it's important ahead of the T20 World Cup next year.
Mute, mute.
You are on mute, Shomik.
Uh, yeah, absolutely. Every T20I is a lead up to the World Cup, and which is just this is the end of October, November, December, January. It's less than 4 months away. So every T20I is a lead up to the World Cup is important. And yes, you will get you will. I mean, in the towards the World Cup, India team will go to a settled combination. More or less, it is settled. There are a few spots up for grabs. The Indian team is backing Sanju Samson to the hilt, and now that Sanju Samson's batting order has changed, as he has come down to number 5. So in that case, he would be given a long rope in that position also. So it's not that at the right at the outset, if Sanju Samson fails in one game or a couple of games, they are going to drop him. This team doesn't work that way. But I am pretty concerned about, because maybe in India, when Hardik Pandya will be available, you will not be required a third seamer, because Hardik Pandya not playing and playing. That makes a massive difference as far as the white ball cricket is concerned. Hardik Pandya's skill set and the qualities he brings to the table, that is unmatched in white ball cricket in terms of the balance of the side. But if you are going to look beyond Jasprit Bumrah and Arshdeep Singh, the third seamer, that spot, Harshit Rana is there. The Harshit Rana is the only option available. Harshit Rana, because beyond Harshit Rana, there is no fast bowler you can play. You can pick for the Indian team in white ball cricket. Siraj, I mean, they are not pretty confident about bringing him back to the T20I fold. So that seamers option beyond Jasprit Bumrah, specialist seamers option. I'm not talking about Hardik or Nitish Kumar Reddy. Beyond Jasprit Bumrah and Arshdeep Singh, this series is very, very important. I hope Harshit Rana will get games, and this is very, very important for Harshit Rana to present a strong case for himself for the World Cup selection. And it would be, I might sound a little weird, but it would be remiss of the selectors if they continue to completely ignore Mohammad Shami, because he is a big tournament and a big game player. And so please keep an eye on the fast bowler on Shami. But at this moment in time, Shami is not part of the setup. So the onus is on Harshit Rana to stand up and be counted.
Bharat, Jasprit Bumrah returns, but as Shomik is saying, time for Harshit Rana to step up and cement his place in the team. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, if you look at the larger picture, I guess India have a problem or two with their pace bowling department in limited overs cricket. The only positive thing in that is the next T20 World Cup is going to be played in the subcontinent. So pace bowling may not matter much, but yes, India would like Harshit Rana to step up. The one problem with both of India's tall bowlers, Prasidh and Harshit, is from time to time they provide width. Harshit as well in the IPL 2025, he kept providing width. You might be a tall bowler, you might be skiddy fast bowler, you might be hit the deck fast bowler, but if you provide width, then it's a problem. Fortunately for the Indian team in the final one day match against Australia, Harshit Rana was able to tighten his lines a little bit, and that was the reason why he took 4 wickets. So the key for Harshit Rana, especially at a ground like Canberra, obviously I've not been there, but whatever I've seen in relation to the matches that have been played in Canberra, the ground is not a big one, unlike say Perth ground or maybe MCG ground. It's not a big ground. So if he provides width against those Australian batters, all those hitters, Tim Davids, Owen, English, they will Mitchell Marsh, they will definitely take him to the cleaners. So yes, he has to step up, tighten his lines. Otherwise, I think in T20I cricket, India are perhaps playing at their best. They are at the peak of their prowess. If you choose out of the three formats, if you look at the three formats, I think India are at their very best in T20Is. So I expect India to come out on top in this series. Yes, I understand Australia have a good lineup. They have enough power hitters, but the pitches are not going to see me around. I think in T20Is. So I'm still backing India to come out on top in this series.
Boria, any thought? Any? It's almost like we've been talking about this for forever. Kuldeep Yadav's inclusion. Are you seeing both Kuldeep and Varun making it to the team?
See, Kuldeep was your best bowler in the Asia Cup. I mean, in that T20 format, every match, he was your best bowler. He came and picked wickets and won you games. So to not have Kuldeep is sacrilegious. I don't think that's going to happen. Varun too made a big difference. These are big grounds. These are relatively biggish Australian grounds. If you don't play them here, then where will you play them internationally? Indian subcontinent, I understand. And whatever you do, you will have to have one eye on that World Cup, and both of these players are going to play in that World Cup. So yes, the long and short answer is yes. I do see both of them. Varun, I don't think Australians have played much of that kind of bowling. The same applies for Kuldeep. You have even seen in that final one day, the spinners came into the party. They bowled well. Whether it is Akshar Patel, 6 overs for 18, Shomik was making a point that day that he should have bowled more, and he was right. Whether it was some of the other bowlers, Kuldeep, that one game, even that one ball that he bowled to Mitchell Stark did not understand ABC of that. He was bowled all ends up. So absolutely, I do. I do see both of them playing. Before you go to Shomik, after 18 years in international cricket, Rohit Sharma, the world's number one T20 ODI batter at the age of 38.
I
Quite
was
a feat.
just going to ask that.
All said and done, that is quite a feat, boss. I mean, the fellow was supposed to be thrown out, he was supposed to retire, and all of a sudden he's the world's number one batter. Yes, statistics are an ass at times, and I know that, but this one is for every Rohit Sharma supporter, and I have been a Rohit Sharma supporter for donkey's years since he was a little child. Right from 2009, when we used to sit in 2010 in Colombo in my room and chat, and thereafter many times. So Rohit Sharma, seeing him at the top of that perch once again gives me a lot of satisfaction.
It also sends out a message to the powers that be in the Indian team, be it Ajit Agarkar, be it Gautam Gambhir, whoever it is, that cricket still remains a skill-based game. Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli proved that again. Age is just a number in this sport. It is not like football or rugby that once you have reached on the wrong side of 30, you can no longer play because your knees are gone. Because what happens in football, when you are on the wrong side of 30, your knees are gone and you cannot run, cannot cover every blade of grass. But unless you are a Lionel Messi, you cannot continue. But And the thing is that in cricket is purely different. It's a skill-based sport, and that is the reason. That is why selectors, and from Rohit, I am coming back to Mohammad Shami again. That is why, and I we have just filed a story on Mohammad Shami, MSK Prasad, the former chief selector, saying he should be one of the first names on the team sheet for the test in South Africa. So it remains a skill-based sport. So don't undermine players, the great players, just because they are on the wrong side of 30. And Rohit's climb to the number one spot in the ODI rankings just attests that.
Bharat, Rohit.
Yes, see, Rohit Sharma, what to say? I think you have to give it to him for working hard on his fitness, for working hard on his game. A point that I noted after India won the last game against Australia in the ODI series, that he seems to have worked hard on his technique as well. Because last season he was definitely late on the ball. This season, if you notice his footwork, the way he's activating his back foot and getting to the pitch of the ball is definitely he's worked on his game as well, not just on his fitness. So that is why he's reaping the rewards. I think it's slightly easier for a batter when in comparison to a bowler as you get older, because for when it comes to fast bowling, then you need to have peak fitness to keep bowling at that particular level. But when it comes to batting, yes, you still need fitness, you still need the technique, you still need your reflexes, but it is just relatively easier. But having said that, full credit to Rohit Sharma for working hard, not just on his fitness, but also on his game. I think he still has a couple of years left in him, looking at how he batted against Australia in the ODI series.
Um, uh, Bharat, a very weird question here. I was on Twitter and some tweet of yours, popped up on my feed, and someone was saying Prasidh Krishna is your cousin. Is that true?
And he's my former colleague, Srikant Shankar. He's someone always likes to play games with me.
Ah,
So
okay, okay.
he's not at all related to me. That's why I jokingly told him, yes, not in this life, maybe in my previous life, he was my cousin. So since 2013, he was my former colleague at that time. So always tries to play games with me over
Ah,
12 years.
okay. Because it sounded very serious, so I thought maybe it was
He
true.
always plays games with me. That's all.
Lots of comments coming in here. Sarat Chandra is saying, congratulations, Rohit, on your first time achieving number one ODI batter. 18 years of hard work. At age 38, you have achieved it. Okay. Fitmonk is saying, Prasid has a heart of gold, gives loose ball in charity. Boria, what do you have to say about this? We've been talking about this for a very long time.
Yeah, having said that, he did have a very good IPL. In the T20 format, he's bowled well. So one has to give it to him. In the 1 year of the ODI format, I was disappointed. We were having that debate in our work group that someone who can bowl some really magical balls, why does he bowl these kind of loose balls, which makes Pitbunk make this comment. And I understand it's a tongue in cheek. You want your players to be successful, and Prasid has been around for a pretty long time to now cement his position in that team. He has the ability, no question. No question. Look at that comment now. How can Prasid be Travis Head's cousin? Now that's the comment of the day. I mean, look at this comment now, Gargi. Fitmonk again. How can Prasid be Travis Head's cousin? So basically, again, Bharat Ramraj, keep going. This is lovely stuff. This is absolutely lovely stuff. But I would want Prasid Krishna to do much, much better. Very chilly conditions in Canberra. I would want to see how the Indians negotiate that also. Day before yesterday, when you weren't there on the show, Gargi, Shubhan was saying it's supposed to go down to 1, 2, something like that. So it's really chilly. It's proper chill. It's not just a mildish chill. So one has to see how weather conditions also impact the game.
Just a
Why?
small point, just a
Yeah.
small point on those two tall bowlers. See, limited, especially in modern day limited overs cricket, the batters are always looking for width. So I go back to the same point. I think the problem that not just Prasid but also Harshit has at times is they both provide width. When you do that, you can be a tall bowler, you can be a skiddy bowler or whatever. You will still be smashed around. So that is the key for those two pace bowlers when it comes to limited overs cricket. That's to cut the room as much as possible, and then they will succeed.
Yeah,
Question for all of you. What about Surya and Gill, Shomik? Do you reckon both of them will be under a little bit of pressure with lack of runs in the Asia Cup? Surya more so, 10, 15 games without much runs. As a captain, brilliant, but with a bat, as a batter, not so much. Will that put him under a little bit of pressure going into this series, Shomik?
I have, I am not too concerned about Surya, but my feeling is that Surya is trying a little too hard after the Indian team has changed its batting template. The fact of the matter is that Surya has always been a 360 degrees cricketer, and the range of shots he has in this format, the range of shots he has. So from that point of view, Surya doesn't need to try that bit of extra in terms of upping the ante. After it, I mean, under the present dispensation, under the current setup, what is happening? India are trying something around 270, 280 as their power score in T20 cricket. Depending on the
Shobhit, I'll
conditions,
stop
if
you
it is
there.
a
I'll stop you there. I'll stop you there. Australia has won the toss. So Australia has won the toss and chosen to bowl in the first T20I, Shomit. So that's the update that
okay.
we are getting. Australia has won the toss. And let me also give you the team before you continue. Shubman Gill, vice captain. Abhishek Sharma, I'm giving you in the order. Tilak Varma, Surya Kumar Yadav, Sanju Samson, Harshit Rana, Shivam Dubey, Aksar Patel, Kuldeep Yadav, Varun Chakravarti, and Jasprit Bumrah. That's the Indian team. Rinku Singh, Washington Sundar, Harshdeep Singh, Jitesh Sharma, and Nitish Reddy sitting out. Once again, the team Shubman Gill, Abhishek Sharma, Tilak Varma, Surya Kumar Yadav, Sanju Samson, Shivam Dubey, Aksar Patel, Harshit Rana, Kuldeep Yadav, Varun Chakravarti, and Jasprit Bumrah. Back to you, Shomik, and then to Gargi and Bharat.
Just my 2 cents as far as the team selection is concerned. Very happy with the team selection. Very positive team selection in the sense that I mean, uh, if India would have chosen Rinku Singh at the expense of Varun Chakravarti, for example, saying that we need that extra cushion in terms of batting, that would have been a defensive team selection. So I'm pretty happy, and that came along the expected lines. As regards Surya, coming back to him, the way he has been doing, he is searching for that extra gear. He doesn't need to do that. His normal game will allow him to score at a strike rate of 180 plus.
Sorry, Shomik, again. Sorry again. Nitish Kumar Reddy has been ruled out of the first three T20Is with injury.
So that is a serious setback because without Nitish Kumar Reddy and now that Hardik is not there, you lose that crucial balance in the team. You lose that crucial balance in the team. How will you make up with that? Because Nitish Kumar Reddy is a seaming all rounder. You cannot make up for that with spin bowling all rounder. So that is a crucial blow, serious crucial blow. But I'm pretty concerned about Nitish Kumar Reddy. I mean, he seems to have a glass body. Every alternate day, he breaks down. Be it in Test in England, we saw this. After that, once again, he was injured. Then again, he picked up an injury during the ODI series in Australia. And now this. He needs to have a glass body. And I'm concerned about his future. He must have some talent. Otherwise, he wouldn't be in the India team. But unless he stays fit, there is a big question mark over his international future. And yesterday, when Shardul Thakur said that I am eyeing that number 8 spot for the World Cup, that bowling all down the spot, on the face of it, it sounds weird. He played his last ODI in 2023. But given that, Hardik Pandya, you look at his fitness record, he has a pretty dodgy fitness record. And this Nitish Kumar Reddy, you are left with no choice. I mean, Shardul is a street smart cricketer. He will not build castles in the air. So I have my doubts. I have my doubts as far as Nitish Kumar Reddy is concerned. It is pretty concerning because he seems to have a glass body. And one last thing about Surya, he needs to play his normal game. He doesn't need to go for that. He doesn't need to search for that extra gear because if he plays his normal game, he will score at a strike rate of 180 plus 190. He doesn't need to go for 210. Surya would be fine if he plays his normal game.
Yeah, I mean,
Uh, yeah.
to come back to this team, and Gargi, your thoughts also. I mean, Arshdeep Singh sitting out Harshit Rana, that will be everybody. I mean, we've already started with Ayush Jindal playing Harshit over Arshdeep Singh is a poor call, is what Ayush Jindal is saying.
How
I'm
many
not saying
Australian
that.
fans have you seen?
Is he joining us live or what's the deal?
Yes, yes,
You are
live,
or
live,
what?
live.
Okay, good. Good. Because I thought, are you from Hindi? Have you jumped over here or what? Completely confused. Anyway, thoughts on the team? Australia bowling first. Ashdeep Singh sitting out. Thoughts on the team and also the weather. Looks decent behind you. The skies. Yes, Shubhan.
Yes, Boryada, I am actually surprised to see both Kuldeep Yadav and Varun Chakravarti playing together. Clearly, they have trusted the ability of Harshit Rana with the so clearly they have done that. So I'm looking forward to see how these two attacking spinners go about their business. Plus, this is a very explosive Australian batting unit. If you see from number 1 to number 7, every player will come out and they will go all out from the word go. So to have that spin duo of Kuldeep and Varun, I think they want to somehow restrict this Australian batting unit in the middle over, and I won't be surprised to see Varun operate in the power play as well if required be. Akshar has off late bowled in the power play sometimes, but I won't be surprised if I see spinners, any of the spinners, coming pretty early in the power play. But this is a good unit to have. Let's see how things go out. I'm a bit disappointed not to see Arshdeep Singh in this 11, but I can understand what this team management is trying to do. With they want to trust a bit with the ball when it comes to Shivam Dube and with the bat with Harshit Rana. So let's see how this match goes for this team. But Australia clearly will have an advantage chasing in this ground with Dew also coming later in this match. So let's see how things go. It is a packed crowd, very Indian heavy crowd here. So it's going to be a good atmosphere and a good challenge for this Indian team to try and restrict Australia to have a good score and then restrict Australia to a decent score and win this match.
So Shubman Gill passing on the influence of the toss to Surya Kumar Yadav also. So clearly is a negative influence, Shubman Gill with the toss. That's number one. But I agree with Shubhan. They're actually trying Harshit Rana at number 8, is what my
He's
understanding is.
listed at number 6. I think that's clearly a mistake. He's listed at number
Yeah,
6 in the
yeah,
playing 11.
yeah, yeah.
Shubham, 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 I don't know why are you surprised? Because there are two undroppables in this team, in this Indian team. One is the captain and another is Harshit.
That's not the
So
case. I'm pretty sure that's a tongue-in-cheek comment from Samikta.
yeah, it is. It is. It is. But coming to the Australian team, Shubhan, one more question. Coming to the Australian team, I'm quite surprised to see Josh Hazelwood playing almost every game. I mean, they're pushing Josh Hazelwood, not the most fit. We've seen him out of series in the past. Ashes coming. I see him play ODIs. I see him play T20s. This is a very good Australian team, even if they are not playing their whole or whatever, a couple of players. But you look at that lineup, powerful lineup, Marsh and Head and Felipe and all of that, and Stoinis, even the bowling, Xavier Bartlett and Nathan Ellis, Josh Hazelwood, with the Matthew Kuhneman spin. I think it's a handy Australian lineup. It is actually a 1 versus 2 contest, according to me, Shubhan.
Of course, and off late Australia with the bat has been very, very explosive. They want to go out there and score big runs in the power play itself with Mitchell Marsh and Travis Head in really good touch when it comes to white ball cricket. We saw this the pair in the ODI series as well, and they come out hard against the Pacers, especially in the power play. But talking about Hazelwood, he's only part of the first and second T20I game. After that, he is not part of any of the remaining three T20I games, so he will get enough rest when it comes to preparing for the Ashes and getting to the groove of red ball cricket. But since he's not playing Shield cricket, Australia want him to be in the match time. 4 overs is not a very heavy load for Hazelwood. He's a fit man, and don't be surprised even if you see him not play the second T20I. He's just part of the first and second T20I. After that, others will replace him in the squad. Maxwell will also come into the scheme of things after the second T20I. So this is a very explosive unit. But yeah, in terms of Ashes, I think they know what they are doing. Their medical staff, they know what they are doing, and Hazelwood knowing his body, 4 overs load. I don't think that's going to be a very heavy load for Hazelwood on his body.
One final question before I let you go back to Hindi and then go in. You said packed crowd, evening looks to be nice. I can see shades of blue. What's the quite a long queue there? Quite a long queue there
Yes,
behind you.
I should.
People still entering. What's the crowd strength and what's the ground strength? 170, 180. Is that a good score? Set that up before you leave.
The
Yeah, quite
average
a long
score
queue.
here, this is a long queue, and a lot of people have already gone inside. The gates opened at around 5:30. It's 6:56 here. So it's been 1.5 hours since the gate has been opened. And as the match comes closer, you will see a lot of fans who are now queuing up. Mostly Indians, as expected. But the average score here is 172 or 178, if I'm not wrong. But this is a small ground. It is going to be a very good batting wicket in terms of scoring runs. There's going to be a due around as well. And looking at the explosiveness that these two sides possess with the bat, I won't be surprised, Boriada, if the score crosses the 200 mark easily, and the chasing team will can also chase a 200 plus total. But looking at how the Indian team is also packed up with batters, if a couple of players get going, Abhishek Sharma especially, then 200 is a score which I am expecting at least in the first in the 20 overs of batting. And the crowd strength is 15 to 16,000 here, not a big stadium. So you will see a good atmosphere, very small crowd. Grass banks are there. It's a small, very peaceful, quiet city, and people are here actually excited. Not a lot of matches are played here. So whenever these fans get an opportunity to see international teams, they come up in numbers. And when it comes to Indians, a lot of Indians stay in the city. So many have come from Sydney as well, which is not far from here, just to see this Indian team in action. So a lot of people coming from Sydney, a lot of Indians here who have gotten their hands in the tickets. So it's going to be a packed crowd, sold out affair, and we are going to see a good game.
I'll let you go. I'll let you go. Save yourself from the chill. Enjoy a good game, and we'll
Yeah.
get you back.
And
My
thankfully, it's not that cold. It's not that cold as it was last couple of days back. It is actually very soothing. Temperatures might drop a couple of hours later. It's 7 p.m. night right now. Around in the second innings, you might see the temperatures drop a bit low. But right now, it's very soothing and better than what it was in the last 2 days.
even the weather gods want a good game. Thanks, Shubhayan, for
Yes.
joining us. You can go back and go in. Thanks. Coming to you, Gargi, Shomik, Shuab, and Bharat. Last 5-7 minutes on the show. Around 1:35 we'll close. 1:45 the game starts. Let's take some questions actually. Ashish Shandilya, GG emphasized batting till 8. Now that Harshit suitable on what criteria? 24-run knock in ODIs. He hit only 4 sixes in T20 career. Again, a critical question on Harshit Rana. Who wants to take that? Shomik, you want to take that?
I mean, if the team management has decided to back him, and if team management has seen something special in Harshit Rana, they will continue to back him. Hope the whole thing doesn't fall flat in its face. So I would hope it doesn't fall flat. It doesn't fall flat in its face. Otherwise, if Harshit Rana comes good, that will augur well for the Indian team. At the end of the day, that is good, and that will augur well for the Indian team. If the Indian team is backing someone, let's see how it pans out. Harshit Rana over the last two games, although it was a different format, he has shown signs of improvement. He played better cricket in the second ODI than the first, and then even better in the third ODI. So that showed gradual improvement. If he can if he can continue with his improvement, that would augur well in the Indian team. Now that the team management has technical, what more to say? Let's see how it goes. We hope that it augurs well. That's it.
Okay, so RN says, Shomik sir, my bold prediction 2027 ODI, Roko will play, and Ajit Agarkar, Gautam Gambhir, and Shubman Gill won't be around. First part, we welcome that. Second part, bit of a stupid one. So let's let that pass. Yeah, Shomik actually summed it up nicely by with that laugh. So then let's agree to disagree on that one. Shongbit Dotto Bishwash, Bharat, take this. Why not drop Rinku? Let that chap play domestic cricket to remain prepared. Think you're a bit of a harsh comment, part of the Indian setup, Bharat, but you want to take that.
I'm not sure they need to drop him for that. He can still be a part of the squad. See, he has a very good domestic record. So if Rinku Singh has to it's a very good first class record. If he has to get into the test team, then that record is enough. Yes, he deserves to get a chance or two. Hopefully, he will get one at least couple of matches in this series. But I don't think he needs to play domestic cricket, be away from the squad, because if even if you're a part of the Indian squad, not part of the team, then you still can learn a lot of things. In the next sessions, you'll be up against some quality bowlers. That's not exactly the case in somewhere in domestic cricket. So I think he's fine if he's a part of the squad. Hopefully, he will get a chance or two as well.
Gargi, you take this one. Gill not since Gill made it to the T20 squad, combination has changed. Samson, who does better at the top, has to come down. Rinku misses out every time. Hope Gill performs. Quite a lot of focus on Gill. Gargi, your thoughts?
Yeah. I mean, you understand where all this criticism is coming from. When he was named the ODI captain back then as well. The Test captain back then as well. There were a lot of questions about his performance in the Sena countries. He proved that wrong thoroughly in the England series, but now after a somewhat quiet Asia Cup as well, I think there will be a lot of pressure on Shubman Gill to go out there and perform, because Viraj is right. Viraj is right when he says that when Gill came into the team, the combination changed a bit. We all knew that that was going to happen. Gill would not have batted at any other position but the opening. And at this point, he has to come strong. Asia Cup was not as extraordinary as we would have wanted to see from Shubman Gill and Surya Kumar Yadav as well. I think, like you said in the beginning, that there will be pressure on Surya Kumar Yadav. I remember that one match against UAE in Abu Dhabi where was that you? Yes, that was a match against UAE where Surya Kumar Yadav did not bat at all, and I wonder if he still regrets
Oman.
not.
It was the
Oman.
Oman game.
It
Yeah.
was India versus Oman at Abu Dhabi. I wonder if he still thinks about that. That it was a chance to go out there and get some rhythm in. We saw one or two good knocks from Surya Kumar Yadav, but that was about it from Surya and both Gill. So they need to step up and make sure that they come good, because this is an important series ahead of a very good build up to the T20 World Cup.
Okay, last few minutes, Bharat, take this. So, Bharat, Rinku, high average is of no use in Ranji, but batters from other states average 40 is good. They get some special bowlers to play. Based on your Rinku comment, Suman Avasti, Bharat Ramraj. Gargi, put it on the screen, and Bharat, you can take that.
See, I'm not 100% sure what exactly is the reason why they're not preferring Rinku Singh. But when it comes to first class cricket, it's just a general point. I think selectors are looking beyond just averages. So maybe they feel a certain batter has more talent or more skill. I'm not saying that's 100% correct. You saw that with Rajat Patidar. He was averaging at that time 45 when he was included in the test side. But he definitely had the skills. Unfortunately, it didn't click for him. You can see it even in the pace bowling department. Gurnur and Gurjapneet Singh are getting into the India A setups despite hardly having played domestic matches, but they're getting in the side only because they're tall, fast bowlers. I can see that what the selectors are thinking. So there must be some reason why it's going against Rinku Singh. Although I think I would have got him at least into the A setup with the kind of record that he has in first class cricket.
Last question, Sharat Chandra. Why no Arshdeep? Any specific reason? Is management stubborn no matter what? We are going the Afghanistan way of playing spinners, leaving out key pacers. Shomik, take that.
I can understand where this Arshdeep formation has come from. When Nitish Reddy is not there, your balance uh, is your balance is already a bit skewed. So you have to make do. What do you make do? Because you are playing Varun Chakravarti. Once you have played, decided to play both Kuldeep Yadav and Varun Chakravarti, you need to have that extra batting pressure. Not that Harshit Rana is an young bottom, but the Indian team management has seen something in terms of his all round skill set, and that is why playing another bowler, another specialist bowler at the expense of the balance. So I understand where it is coming from, Harshdeep's omission. Because if maybe if Nitish Reddy were fit, they would have played Harshdeep Singh just to make do and just to have that balance. In terms of having that balance, they are taking this is, I would say, a pragmatic call.
Let's end the show here with the thing that we will be back end of the game. No point doing a mid-inning show for a T20I. We will be back end of the game, which is expected around 5 p.m., which is our usual slot for 5 at 5. So this is not a should not be more than 3.5 hours. So around 5 p.m. we will be back with our post-match show. Hopefully it will be an enjoyable one. The update from Mumbai, Navi Mumbai, is there is no rain. So that big Australia-India semi-final, at least at this point, there is a chance of a thunderstorm. We will keep an eye on the weather. Trisha and Snehashish are part of the Indian practice. They will report from there. A lot of action going on. Our colleagues at Coca-Cola are doing. Thumbs Up will do a special mid-innings halftime show tomorrow, which we are trying to see if we can get it for you as well visually, to get rights from the ICC. So a lot happening back channels. We will keep you updated on every possible plan that is happening as far as the India-Australia game is concerned. The India-Australia women's game also is concerned. So for now, Bharat Ramraj, Shomik Chakraborty, Gargi Raut, Shubhan, who joined us, thank you very much, all of you. And back soon, maybe at the end of the game, if not earlier. Thanks a lot.